Nerds will inherit the copier world. Oh yeah. Okay, this will be an interesting, something I hate, but we can make it into something that looks interesting, hopefully. Wondering what we're going to do with this. Going to enlarge it that size. What else? You hear that terrible squeak? That deep, low-pitched squeak? It's not good. It's not good for Konica Minolta's image. Stupid fucks. Anyway, let's see what we can do with this piece of fucking capitalistic bullshit called a photocopier, or this is how photocopiers are as of in 2018. So yeah, it's a bloody piece of shit. So anyway, we need a photocopier. We've got no choice. We don't have artificially intelligent photocopiers yet. It's not here yet. The future has not arrived. It's still a long way away from what I can tell. But anyway, let's see what we're going to do. We've got something else that's a load of shit. It is, well, microdermabrasion and lead light treatment. I wonder if it actually works, or whether it's just a capitalist bullshit, even more bullshittier than the photocopier industry. Oh, beauty. Oh, women are so fucking worried about their looks, it seems. We're going to do this one. Actually, I'm thinking we're doing this side. That looks a bit better, even though it still looks shit. Yeah, why do women have to want to think that they want to look like Barbie dolls or some other plasticky looking capitalist representation or stereotypical look of what a woman is, in inverted commas, supposed to look? It's rubbish, honestly. At least photocopiers are still predominantly usable, but I have and there's that fucking squeak on the scanner. Sorry, folks. So I wonder if these treatments actually work, or if they actually cause more trouble. You hear horror stories sometimes about beauty treatments going awry. I don't like it, this shit. It's just capitalism telling women how they should look, but that's not the way it should be. Women should take back their freedom and say, fuck capitalism, fuck money fuckers who say that you don't look beautiful because you've got fucking wrinkles. No, wrinkles are alright. They're a part of aging. They're a natural part of aging. This is not natural. She looks like a fucking... Look at her lips. They're absolute reprehense. Who wants their lips to look like pieces of plastic? I mean, yes, she's obviously wearing lipstick, but some people elect to have their faces tattooed with makeup. That's even... I don't know if that's worse or better than... I mean, at least with normal makeup, you can at least take it off. Anyway, that's our master copy. But you see, it's just a load of shit. You know, in the when you look at advertisements for makeup and beauty treatments from the 1950s, you get a feeling it's funny. It's almost humorous. And now this is the way we are in the 21st century, called the... What is it called? The late 2010s? And we're still behaving like we're living in the 50s. That's ridiculous. This is not the future. This is not the way mankind should go. We should be looking at technology to solve problems and not making up false bollocky shit like this. Honestly, I have no respect for capitalism. I only use it because there's no other fucking thing to do. You know, I've got to have a fucking photocopier, but what I have to sacrifice is I have to basically use bullshit equipment. This is Konica Minolta, and Konica Minolta are shit. But then every photocopier industry is shit. Every photocopier company, any manufacturer, is shit. They just care about money. But at least they photocopiers still... Listen to that terrible, infernal squeak. This squeaking was happening barely a couple of months, or maybe less than a month, after I purchased this photocopier back in, I think it was April this year. So it's just ridiculous what these machines... Anyway, that looks interesting. I'm thinking it could be maybe a bit better. I'm wondering if the hue control could work, but I just don't like this beauty shit. I mean, I've aged myself, and I'm not interested in trying to erase every single line. It's like, fuck, you're getting obsessive here, guys and girls. Fuck. Even men have certain treatments, I believe. Like my dad basically was seeking treatment for baldness back in the 1970s, when I think he was still in his 30s. And it's like, fuck, who cares if you go bald on top, or go slightly bald, or even totally bald? Who gives a shit? It's a natural part of aging. It's a natural part of being a man. And sometimes women go through it too, which really is even worse for the women who go through it. But again, you just got to take it as natural. It's just natural. Who gives a shit? And my dad was using like Ashley and Martin tonics and whatever he had on his in the shower. And in the shower there were all these bloody colourful liquids, which I presume were supposed to be shampoos or tonics to eliminate balding. But we all know that's a load of shit. I don't even know if there is now a cure for balding. They say there are. They talk about, again, they've got other treatments. My dad ended up going the surgical way, which was really gross, and he had his head split open, or his scalp, and had it operated on so it would make it look less bald. I mean, that's disgusting. But that's vanity. It's the vanity of the 21st. Well, it was in the late 80s, I think, when he got that done. But my mum was just so pissed off, so to speak, with all this shit. He spent all this money. He could have spent money on her. He could have spent money on the kids, me and my brother. But he just fucked around with Ashley and Martin, and then eventually conceded he needed surgery because Ashley and Martin didn't work, or what other treatments. He also had sump oil on his hair. Some kind of sump oil-like treatment just before he went under the knife. It was disgusting. It left marks all over the pillows. My poor mum had to sleep next to it. It was disgusting. And this is what men and women go through in the name of beauty. You don't need to be fucking have hair on your head. If you're bald, you're bald. Just accept it. My future husband, Luigi, when I first saw him back in the early 90s, he was in his early 20s, and he had a huge bald patch on his head, and to me he still looked beautiful. Unfortunately, I didn't take... Yeah, that looks terrible. Unfortunately, I didn't take the opportunity to marry him, or to get to know him. But basically, it wasn't because of his bald patch that I rejected him. There were other reasons. Now, this is not working very well. This colour looks shit. So basically, yeah, it's much better just to be natural. Just be natural. Don't worry about what people think if you're going bald. Baldness is just it's just a fact of life for a lot of men. It's normal. Don't fucking bother with all this shit. They say that there's a cure. They've got this stuff called Regain, and they've even got a women's equivalent of Regain as well. I don't know if Regain really works, or if it's just another Ashley and Martin mirage. I don't know. But it's really gross that men and women just can't accept themselves as they are, whether they're old or young. Luigi was bald at an early age, and he was all right about it. He didn't fret. He he still looked after himself. He shaved, his neck is covered in hair, so he ends up shaving his neck. But that's all right. I mean, hey, it's okay. I mean, this shaving works, and yeah, I guess it's nice to shave. You just got to know how far one should go when it comes to beauty. I mean, Luigi wasn't being vain. He has got a lot of hair on his neck, but the good thing was he just used a shaver. I know it sounds like hypocrisy, but I'm sure it's not. But Luigi just accepts himself as he is and just gets on with life. And he's a beautiful man. And I just, if Luigi didn't have that bald patch on his head, he wouldn't be Luigi. In my mind, he wouldn't be the same man that I love today. He wouldn't be. He's beautiful as he is. Yes, he does groom himself. It's okay to do a bit of grooming, but how far to take the grooming, you just got to know. Anyway, that looks better. I can see the lips are showing through now, so I think we're going to make our mirror image. But yeah, you shouldn't get too wound up about going bald. I mean, shit. Or worrying about every little fucking crow's foot or laugh line on your face. I mean, who gives a shit? It's what's on the inside that counts. It's what's on the inside as a person. And I just love Luigi as he is. I've seen so many attractive men who women would stereotypically find more attractive than Luigi. Now, I don't want those fucking men. They can go fuck themselves, because Luigi, to me, is special as he is. As he does himself, yes, it's okay to groom yourself, like shave your beard. I'm not saying that. It's just how far you take it. And yes, Luigi obviously prefers to have his neck shaved because he has got a lot of hair, but basically, it's not going too far. But when you go far with all these treatments and you spend years working on quackery being like false medicine, especially false medicine that, hey, it doesn't work. So yeah, Dad wasted probably tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands on his stupid fucking hair, and he never gave us much pocket money. He just kept fucking around with his bloody hairline. He was just too fucking obsessed with his hair, and he didn't care about giving us fucking pocket money. Yes, he gave us plenty of good Christmas presents, but it's not just Christmas, sometimes you need to buy things at other times of the year, or it's nice to be able to afford things, not just be all constantly tight as a fish's ass, as my mum used to call him. Now, they've been divorced a long time now, but there's still a lot of resentment in the family anyway, especially Mum and I. We're just sick of this shit. Anyway, we just turned this piece of shit into something interesting. Anyway, it's time to say quits.